If you're wondering which laptops for video editing are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Apple MacBook Air 15 M4. This thing slices through 4K footage in Resolve like butter, even on battery, but don't expect export times to magically shrink compared to the M3. It's like 10 seconds faster. Big whoop. The screen is gorgeous for grading, showing all your cinematic genius or screw-ups in perfect color. Though push it too hard, and that fanless design might make you wonder if you can fry an egg on it. Would I buy it? Maybe, if you need ultimate portability and that sweet, silent operation for less intense edits and don't mind paying the Apple tax for marginal export gains over the M3. Lenovo Legion Slim 5 Gen 8. This sleeper agent looks kinda dull, but its RTX 4060 is juiced up to 125 watts, absolutely dumpstering laptops with supposedly better GPUs that are power throttled to hell. The optional OLED screen is eye-meltingly gorgeous for editing, but the webcam will make you look like you're broadcasting from a Nokia 3310, and the keyboard has a bit of annoying flex. Would I buy it? Yes. It offers fantastic performance for the money, especially with that high total graphics power GPU and that beautiful OLED screen option, making it a beast for editing without completely breaking the bank. Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming 3. You can snag a configuration with a surprisingly powerful Ryzen CPU that chews through renders. But dear God, the standard screen's colors are so washed out, your vibrant masterpiece will look like a sad gray blob. It's upgradable, which is nice because you'll need 16 gigabytes of RAM to stop it stuttering like crazy, and don't even think about using that USB-C for your fancy monitor. It's data only, you cheapskate. Would I buy it? No. That awful screen color accuracy is a deal breaker for video editing, even if the processor is decent for the price. Dell G15. This chonky boy packs serious workstation power for editing without much thermal throttling drama. But the basic 120Hz screen option is slow and looks washed out, so don't cheap out there. You get solid CPU and GPU grunt and even Thunderbolt 4 on higher models, but it's heavy as hell, and the battery life means you're basically tethered to the wall like a sad desk ornament. Would I buy it? Maybe. If you get the upgraded QHD screen and need that raw, thermally stable performance for heavy editing, and don't mind the bulk and poor battery life. Asus ROG Zephyrus G I14. This little beast handles 4K edits like a champ and even tackles 6K. Okay, plus the newer OLED screen is absolutely stunning for color work. But push it hard with complex stuff or high-res footage and the fans scream like a banshee. Performance tanks on battery, and good luck upgrading that soldered RAM later. Would I buy it? Yes, especially the newer models with the OLED screen. It's a fantastic blend of portability, power, and display quality, ideal for creators on the move, despite the soldered RAM and potential fan noise. Acer Nitro V 15. Look, the price for the specs like an i7 and RTX 4050 seems sweet, and the 144Hz screen is smooth like butter, which is kinda nice, I guess. But holy hell, the screen is dim, and the colors are washed out like my laundry after forgetting the detergent, making it pretty useless for video editing where colors actually matter. Would I buy it? No. That sad screen and kinda meh performance for creative work just kill it for video editing. MSI Cyborg 15. This one can handle multitasking pretty well, and it crunched through a 4K video transcode faster than the Nitro V15, which ain't half bad for the price. Plus, it has a special Go Faster button in its software that actually gives you a few extra frames per second. But the screen is dimmer than my future prospects, and its color reproduction is kinda garbage, around 50% DCI-P3. So good luck getting your colors right. Also, beware. MSI sometimes cripples the graphics card power on these things, making some versions way slower than they should be, like putting a limiter on a race car. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's okay for basic edits and quicker than the Nitro V 15 on that one test, but the dim screen and the GPU power lottery make me hesitate. Lenovo LoQ15. It comes with a decent chunk of memory and storage, 16 gigabytes RAM, 512 gigabytes SSD, so juggling apps and big video files shouldn't make it choke. The screen's got that 144Hz refresh rate for smooth playback, and folks say it's pretty crisp and vibrant for content creation, which is exactly what we want. While the RTX 4050 version is solid, it's not always the top dog in performance compared to some rivals. Kinda like being the second fastest kid in gym class. and there were some weird performance dips in certain tests possibly linked to the processor. But hey, nothing's perfect. Would I buy it? Yes. It hits a sweet spot with good specs for editing, a nice display, and strong graphics options like the RTX 4060 without completely emptying your wallet. Acer Nitro 16. This laptop can be spec'd out with some serious firepower like high-end AMD processors, RTX 4070 graphics, and a whopping 32 GB of RAM, making video editing smooth sailing, rendering faster than you can say export. Plus, it boasts a big, bright 16-inch screen with a taller 16:10 aspect ratio, giving you more space to see your timeline. It is a bit of a chonker though, hefty and bulky, and the speakers sound like they're whispering secrets from inside a tin can. And yeah, surprise, surprise, another grainy 720p webcam joins the party. Would I buy it? Yes. If you need raw power for editing and appreciate a large, bright screen, this is a strong contender. Just be ready for its weight and subpar sound. Acer Predator Helios 300. This machine is a beast for performance, chewing through complex video edits and rendering tasks like nobody's business, especially in Premiere Pro where it posts great export times thanks to strong Intel CPUs and powerful NVIDIA graphics options. You get plenty of ports for all your gear, including Thunderbolt, which is always nice to see. But damn, this thing gets hot and loud enough to double as a space heater and a white noise machine simultaneously. Seriously, the fans can hit 55 decibels. Also, some screen versions, even the fancy 4K ones, can be disappointingly dim with annoying backlight bleed, which sucks for color accuracy. Would I buy it? Maybe. The raw editing power is tempting, especially for Premiere Pro users, but the noise, heat, and potential display lottery make it a gamble. MSI Katana of 15 AI. This laptop packs some serious processing muscle with new AMD chips optimized for AI tasks, making it pretty zippy for video editing, plus you can swap out the RAM and storage later. But the included full HD screen is kinda dim and washed out. The speakers sound depressingly hollow, and while it doesn't throttle, it gets hotter than a $2 pistol under load. Would I buy it? Maybe. If I desperately needed the AI processor boost and always planned on using an external monitor and headphones, otherwise the downsides are a bit much. MSI Katana 15. It handles video transcoding, and Premiere Pro exports way faster than some competitors thanks to its capable processor and graphics card combo. Even running unplugged isn't a total disaster for export times. Still, the battery barely lasts long enough to watch a movie, let alone edit one. The speakers are trash, and like its AI sibling, it tends to get hot and loud when you actually make it work. Would I buy it? No. The short battery life combined with the heat and noise makes it a poor choice for editing unless you're permanently glued to a desk near a fan. MSI Thin 15. For a budget option. Hey, getting 16 GB of RAM standard is pretty sweet, and it performs decently enough for lighter editing tasks without completely emptying your wallet. That NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2050 graphics card is pretty entry-level though, so don't expect miracles with heavy 4K projects. And the included 512 GB solid-state drive is laughably small for video files these days. Would I buy it? Maybe if my budget was tighter than skinny jeans after Thanksgiving and I mostly worked with 1080p footage, but I'd factor in the cost of a bigger drive immediately. HP Victus 15. This machine actually handles demanding editing tasks surprisingly well without getting excessively hot or loud. And thankfully, you can upgrade the memory and storage yourself down the line. The big letdown is the screen. Unless you specifically get the highest end panel option, the colors look washed out and inaccurate, which is a nightmare for video editing. Plus, the build feels a bit plasticky. Would I buy it? Maybe it's a competent budget workstation if color accuracy isn't your absolute top priority, but relying on getting the right screen configuration feels like gambling. Acer Predator Helios Neo. 16. Man, this thing is a performance beast for editing, shredding through renders with its potent processor and graphics options, and the big 16-inch screen is bright, vibrant, and sharp. Perfect for scrubbing timelines and color work. Be prepared for disappointment from the speakers though, they sound flat and weak, and you better keep that charger handy because the battery life kinda sucks. Would I buy it? Yes, the raw editing performance and fantastic display quality outweigh the rubbish speakers and the need to live near a power outlet. This thing is built to edit. MSI Thin GF63. Alright, this budget warrior packs an Intel Core i7 processor that can juggle tasks pretty well, but holy crap, the screen is dimmer than a cheap dive bar at noon and only hits 99% sRGB, which isn't exactly stellar for color grading. Plus, some models skimp on the RAM with only 8 GB, which will absolutely choke when you start throwing complex edits at it. Forget about smooth 4K work or fancy effects. Would I buy it? Maybe. If my wallet was crying and I only needed to cut simple 1080p stuff, it's an option. But that dim, less accurate screen is a real pain for serious video work. Asus Vivobook S14 OLED. Okay, that 3K OLED screen is seriously gorgeous, hitting 100% DCI-P3 colors and getting bright enough to use outside. Your footage will look amazing on this thing. It's also slim, light, and packs a punchy Intel Core Ultra chip with decent RAM options up to 32 GB, making it great for editing on the go. But you're stuck with integrated Intel Arc graphics, which might start sweating on heavy renders or complex effects. And some older models have a sluggish 60 Hz refresh rate, though newer ones thankfully jump to 120 Hz. Would I buy it? Yes. For mobile editing, where color accuracy is paramount, and you're not doing insane visual effects daily, this slim machine with its killer OLED display is a fantastic choice. Asus TUF Gaming A16. This chonky boy brings the thunder with powerful AMD Ryzen processors and dedicated Radeon graphics, like the RX 7600S or 7700S, that chew through demanding edits and renders without breaking a sweat. Plus, the QHD plus 240 Hz display option is sharp, bright, and color accurate for pro work. You can also upgrade the RAM and storage yourself later, which is sweet. However, this beast gets hotter than hellfire under load, and the fans scream like banshees. And that built-in 720p webcam makes you look like a pixelated mess from 2005. Seriously, it's garbage. Would I buy it? Yes. If you need raw, unadulterated power for heavy video editing and maybe some gaming, and can tolerate the noise and heat and buy an external webcam, this TUF machine is a fantastic value workhorse. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the laptops for video editing for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.